Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. You go tight. You got tight. Squeeze. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make we look fat, and we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Check, 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 check. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Too little, Cupcake. Mike's 6'8". 5'4".
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Switch gears. Hey, watch it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling their defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll look to throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Saquon Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On the double. Mike's by four. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
49, check 49, check 49.
Wait.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go, D. Check nickel.
Check 52.
Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on offense. It's going to be 22, jet, cover. Jet, 22, jet, cover.
Pick the edge. Come.
SOS.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
52's the mic. Hey, watch his flat.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check hot route. Get him all. Mike 52.
Second and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
First down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back to throw here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the sack on first down, Jackson, and that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
Check. Lucky.
On third down, Jackson. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
On second down, here's Barkley. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. They're going to look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Jim, 81. Hey, alert 3.
On second down, McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Watch the slant.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, Ricky, go. Fresno.
Shift, watch the shift. Echo.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here we go. That's it. You got it,
56 to
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air it in. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go. 60 out low. I got it. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's set. Good signal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 23 yards the pickup there. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Strip that ball. 5-2.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. And Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Come on, set. Get the flag.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
What? Go. Ready.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go to Barkley again. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Back to you. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Snell. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check pass. Check pass.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Snell. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His 2nd goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
58, watch screen, 25.
Here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Boswell's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. And certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Let's go now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Check 50. Check 50.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 38, Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Check 55, Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the...
Here's McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run with Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Buddy up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Pitches to McCaffrey, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11. Baltimore first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.